fight on to victory evermore for the gallant ones who've gone before. And our son, shouting your name forever. Soar, raven, soar, so we'll be true and thee adore.
Move-in day.
Student orientation.
Opening session.
The freshman hike.
Freshman hike.
Freshman hike.
Meet your mate.
But we don't do that anymore.
The opening chapel.
Homecoming.
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 Luminaries.
Luminaries.
Homecoming luminaries.
Street fair.
The street fair.
Art exhibitions.
Fall into dance.
Spring into dance.
Spring and fall into dance.
Blackbird Film Festival.
Candles and carols.
Candles and carols. Plays.
Musicals and operas.
Chapel.
Chapel. Chapel. Cab events.
Oktoberfest.
Ninja Warrior Course.
Disco dancing and donuts.
Bond.
Disco.
Dancing and
Donuts.
Roommate dates.
Social clubs.
Social clubs.
Rush week.
Rush week.
Rush.
Rush week. Now we call it recruitment week.
Recruitment week.
Social clubs.
Detivis.
Camarada.
Booster club.
Showdone.
Encore.
Cheap Thrills.
Encore.
Cheap thrills.
Rent a Puppy.
Cheap thrills.
Cheap thrills.
Encore.
Encore.
Trieste.
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 Caroling in Decker Hall.
Decker Caroling.
Martin Luther King Day.
The MLK March.
Intramural sports.
Athletic events.
Baseball.
Soccer games.
Basketball. Intramurals.
Football games.
Softball.
Lacrosse.
Ravens SBs.
Walk to the Rock.
Honors Chapel. Senior send-off.
Breakfast under the stars.
The Flop.
The Honor Aisle.
Graduation.
The honor aisle.
The Honor Aisle. Graduation Day.
Social clubs have been an important part of the social life of the university for many, many years.
I think the social clubs gave us an opportunity to be with kind of a family.
The earliest one was a women's club called Pep Club, started in 1934. Then came the Booster Club in 1936. The Booster Club is the only club of that era that still survives.
Social clubs have grown and died off, new ones start, other ones, but there's always been this emphasis on service.
As a student, I loved going to Encore, Cheap Thrills.
Cheap Thrills and Encore are huge.
So Encore is the later day version of Cheap Thrills, which Cheap Thrills was active when I was on campus, and it was truly Cheap Thrills at 25 cents to get in. Inflation now, it's up to $3, $4, $5, depending on when you buy your ticket.
It was a launch pad for all kinds of craziness.
With Cheap Thrills, that's going to be your kind of Saturday Night Live skits and goofy things, and Encore is just kind of a pure singing talent show.
I've attended a number of Cheap Thrills events, but to be honest, Cheap Thrills tends to be very late at night, and I am not a night owl. I tend to go to bed pretty early.
Late night fun for the kids and maybe faculty staff if they're still up that late.
If you get a chance to do Encore, you got to do it.
Great opportunities for students who want to perform on stage.
But anybody who has ever been on the campus of Andrews University, if you have never experienced Cheap Thrills, it is certainly something that you should take advantage of.
I was in Novus Dukes, quack quack, RIP.
I was a member of TAITA, which was founded by the African American females on campus.
As a student, I was involved with a club called Adelphos.
So I was in the Booster Club.
When I came to AU, I rushed to Tivus.
But Rush Week was always a big deal where the various clubs were adding students.
The club officer that was the president at the time had me meet his girlfriend outside Fine Arts with a broom. And I swept the sidewalk from Fine Arts all the way to Hartung for her to go to class so that the sidewalk would be clean as she walked all the way to class.
So it was just a nice way of extending my friend group on campus.
Homecoming has always been a really big event in my life since I came to AU.
Homecoming luminaries, and now the tying in the gathering around Helios has become, I think, very popular.
I remember walking the luminaries, and my mom taught us a trick where the next morning we get up early and walk the sidewalks, and every now and again, the perfect luminary, the candle would melt in just such a way that the wax would mix with the sand and create, it would solidify and create like a little candle holder. And so every year we'd try to find one of those and take it home, and that would be kind of a souvenir from Anderson homecoming that year.
I really enjoyed the street fair. That was something that you got to really participate in as a student.
I know I'm going to get the opportunity to see people who love this place that I have known for a long time, and to get caught up.
Place for kids and alumni to come back and come see some games, because I know most athletic teams play on that day.
Those traditions of homecoming that have been there for years, I think are still meaningful even today when I attend, because it brings me back to being a student.
Sports is an important part of the life of Anderson University.
There's a deep tradition here of people coming, wanting to get a good education at AU and be a part of a faith-based institution.
In the first place, the reason that our colors are orange and black is because we were originally the Anderson Tigers. But somewhere along the line, people decided that wasn't a very biblical kind of animal to have as a mascot, and so we became the Ravens, but we kept the colors of a tiger.
Historically, from what I understand, we've always had like basketball teams and so on. Football was started in the 1940s. I was not here then, but started in the 40s, post-World War II, to attract men.
The NCAA Division III division, which is what we're in, is a really good fit for us. It really allows you to focus on the student-athlete experience.
I think the beauty of Division III athletics is that they're playing because they love the sport.
Intramurals saved me. I mean, it really helped keep me at AU.
We have one of the best intramural rated programs in the country.
It's a program that you can work in as a ref and lead in as a staff person.
Over 40% of our students participate in Division III sports, and then another 15 to 20% in the intramural sports.
So athletics provides a perfect opportunity for faith development.
People that love their sport, that are driven, want to get better, and the idea of how can we maximize potential and give our best for the glory of God.
We focus on the academic piece of it, the relational piece of it, the mental health piece of it, so that they're not just here to be an athlete, but they also get to be a student as well.
The thing that I look forward to every year is graduation.
Graduation day is a highlight.
Watching that regalia come in.
I remember my graduation from Anderson University as being one of the happiest days of my life.
I remember the honor aisle at commencement. I remember it as a student because as an introverted student, it actually felt a little bit awkward.
We walk in like we're going in first, and then we split and line the sidewalk, and the students go in ahead of us.
And we're applauding them and we're cheering them and giving them hugs. It's a high emotionally and spiritually.
There's not the pressure now, grades are in, so there's lots of hugs.
I love that tradition today as a faculty member. It's one of my favorite AU traditions.
More than anything, I look forward to that graduational procession that I have had the privilege of leading for so many years.